We begin this half hour with a horrific tragedy, but it's not about that. Instead, as David Begnaud explains, it's really about strength, love, and hope. All of this after a North Texas woman is attacked while on a dog-sitting job in Coppell.
Jacqueline Durand's face was nearly erased 2 days before Christmas and 1 day before her 22nd birthday. It happened on a dog-sitting trip gone horrifically wrong in the Dallas, Texas suburb of Coppell.
I see her feet right there.
First responder body camera video shows the two dogs who attacked her holding the police at bay, leaving Jacqueline agonizing for help.
We can't make entry because of the dogs.
Ma'am, can you hear me? Are you the only one inside? Is the big dog right next to you?
Lucy, a German Shepherd mix, and Bender, a boxer pit bull, pinned her down and tore off her nose, ears, lips, and cheeks to the bone.
So the dogs dragged you from the front door to the living room?
Yes.
What do you remember about where they were attacking you?
My leg, my arm, my face the most. Especially when I felt the skin hanging from my face. I was just, I thought I was gonna die.
From the time police arrived, 37 minutes passed before first responders felt safe going in.
Let's go! Let's go!
A medic rescued Jacqueline and ran out with her. She was rushed to a trauma center in grave condition. She had lost 30% of the blood in her body. It was a blessing, really, that she was even found alive at all. When the dogs rushed her, the door was left open, and that triggered a security alarm at the home of Justin and Ashley Bishop.
Have you had any problems with dogs? Zero.
The Bishops told police the dogs came into their home from rescue organizations.
I have 3 kids, one's 3 years old. No history of violence, none.
But the words "crazy dogs" on a sign about a sleeping baby hanging on their front door is one indicator of negligence. That is according to a lawsuit filed by Chip Brooker, Jacqueline's attorney.
The warning on the front door to me, I think, suggests that the Bishops knew that both of these dogs had acted aggressively to people arriving at the front door.
You're trying to build this case of negligence. What do you have to prove that?
What we have to prove is an examination of the dogs that we did after this attack, which we believe shows that the dogs were dangerous and had vicious propensities.
The Bishops turned down a request by CBS News for an interview, but in a statement they said they were heartbroken about what happened. The police videos show how cautious officers were even when trying to contain the dogs, particularly Bender. Once at the hospital, emergency surgery lasted for 7 hours before Jacqueline's parents, John and Shirley Durand, heard from one of the doctors.
She had to be resuscitated on the trauma table.
Multiple times.
Describe for me the moment you first saw her after the attack.
I was just glad to see her alive. Her whole face was totally bandaged. They had her in an induced coma for over a week.
It must have been somewhat deceiving because the bandages really covered up the worst of it.
It did.
Exactly.
It really did.
I just kept telling her that she was a miracle and that she was going to be restored. She will be.
When we met Jacqueline 7 weeks after she had been in the hospital, doctors had grafted skin from her buttocks and her forehead to start the process of rebuilding her face.
I feel like I didn't ask for this, so I think that it's time to show who I am now, and I can't be scared of it.
What are you hoping to get across with this interview?
I want for dog owners to know their animals and be able to communicate with their sitters how they are.
Jacqueline was released from the hospital after 60 days. Leaving there was a brave and spirited 22-year-old woman deserving of the applause that she got from the doctors and nurses. When she got home, first responders gave her a champion's welcome.
I really appreciate it.
Her dogs were even waiting, and so was her boyfriend.
I love you.
Jacqueline doesn't want to be seen as a victim, but rather an example. And that may be why she didn't hide the scars that showed the more than 800 bites on her body. Therapy is a full-time job now. Her mouth is stretched 1 millimeter at a time so that she can eat more. Countless surgeries are to come.
When you hear 1 to 3 more years of surgeries, is that daunting for you?
It's not fun to think about, but I also think about how amazing the doctors are, and so I'm putting it in their hands to help me. Come on!
You should know that there's a lot of hope in Jacqueline and her family. In fact, in looking to the future, guess what? There is a place in her heart still to love dogs. She'd been dog sitting for 7 years and still dreams of working with animals.
The last we spoke, you mentioned maybe something involving animal welfare?
I was thinking dog training, because that's...
Dog training?
Yes. That's my dream, but I'm not sure where life is going to take me yet.
She has her senses now. She can walk, she can talk, she can smell, she can hear, and she can see. She's going to be fine, I think.
Hi. In addition to the love from her family, there is 24-year-old Nathan, who she has dated for 3 years. He just recovered from cancer. And when he was going through treatment, Jacqueline often drove him and stayed with him. Now,
I'm so grateful that I get the opportunity to show the same level of love and care that she showed me during that time. I'm glad that I get the chance to. And I'm glad that I get to be there for her.
She really is just an amazing young woman with so much strength. Jacqueline, by the way, says that she would like to hear from that family, the Bishops. She also says that she has not been paid in full for the service that she went there for.